There is money set aside right now specifically for North Carolina home buyers that most people in your position never apply for. Not because they don't qualify, because nobody told them it existed. Here's what gets me. The average renter in North Carolina believes they need to save for 3 or more years before they're ready to buy a home. Some of them are 2 or 3 times closer than they think. Not because their savings are growing fast enough, because there are already programs funded right now sitting there that can cover most or all of the down payment for them. And here's the part that trips people up. This money isn't just for people who are struggling. Working families, nurses, teachers, people with solid jobs and decent incomes. They qualify every day and close on homes they thought were 2 or 3 years away. Stay through this whole video, because at the end, I'm going to give you a specific checklist, the exact programs to look into, and the one question to ask any lender to find out fast whether they can even help you access this money. In this video, I'm going to walk you through North Carolina down payment assistance programs most buyers never hear about, how they actually work, and exactly what to do after you finish watching, using the same path I've walked real buyers through right here in North Carolina. Let me start with the thing holding most people back. I want to buy, but I don't have $20,000 sitting in savings, so I'm not ready yet. I hear this constantly, and I understand it. That number feels real because someone at some point told them they needed it. Here's what they weren't told. That $20,000 figure is accurate for one specific path. A conventional loan with no assistance, no programs, no help from anyone. That path exists. It's not wrong, but it's one path, not the only path. The question most buyers are asking is, do I have enough saved? The question they should be asking is, am I using every resource available to me? Those are two completely different questions. And the second one has a much better answer for most people. Here's how the math changes when you build the right loan structure. A conventional loan on a $300,000 home with 5% down means you're bringing $15,000 to the table out of pocket plus closing costs. Call it $23,000 to $25,000 all in. Now layer in a forgivable second mortgage from a state assistance program. That program covers your down payment. Your out-of-pocket drops to closing costs only. In some cases, with seller concessions or lender credit, even that gets reduced. Same house, same purchase price, completely different cash requirement. The down payment you've been saving toward may be at 2 or 3 times higher than what you actually need with the right loan. The down payment you've been saving toward may be 2 or 3 times higher than what you actually need with the right loan structure in place. So what programs actually make that happen? Let me walk you through the ones I use with clients regularly. North Carolina Home Advantage Mortgage. I've heard there's assistance out there, but I don't even know if it's legit or even if I'd qualify. Here's a situation I see all the time. Marcus came to me a couple years back. He's a nurse, early 30s, working in Raleigh. Solid income, about $72,000 a year. He had around $10,000 saved, and he thought he needed another $10,000 to $15,000 more before he could seriously start looking. He had been told he wasn't ready, so he kept renting, kept saving, kept pushing the timeline. What nobody had walked him through was the North Carolina Home Advantage Mortgage. This is a program administered by North Carolina Housing Finance Agency, the NCHFA. It's a state agency. This is not a sketchy internet offer. It's been running for years and has helped tens of thousands of North Carolina buyers close on homes and become real homeowners. Here's how it works. The program provides down payment assistance of up to $15,000 or 3% of your loan amount. That assistance comes as a forgivable second mortgage, meaning it's structured as a second loan, but if you stay in the home for more than 10 years, it gets forgiven at 20% per year over the next 5 years. After 15 years, you owe nothing on it. Marcus qualified. He closed on his home with $4,200 out of pocket. The $15,000 gap he thought he had didn't exist. It had never existed. It was a number nobody had helped him get around. A few things to know. There are income limits and purchase price caps, and they update annually. So confirm current figures through nchfa.com or a lender who originates these loans. The limits are higher than most people assume. A household income of $150,000 or more can still qualify in many North Carolina counties. North Carolina Home Advantage is real, state administered, and most people applying for a mortgage in North Carolina never get told it exists. That's the flagship program, but it's not the only one. I want to take a quick pause here. If you're already thinking, why did nobody tell me about this before? That's the right reaction, and there's more coming. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next video, and drop your county in the comments below. I'll tell you whether there are local programs on top of the state ones that you should be looking at. Now we get to stack programs and look at local money. I've heard the income limits might be too low for me, or the programs are only for certain counties. Here's where it gets even better for a lot of buyers. The programs can stack. On top of North Carolina Home Advantage, there's a second program called the North Carolina First Home Advantage Down Payment. This one provides an additional $8,000 specifically for first-time home buyers and military veterans who are already using North Carolina Home Advantage. So now you've got the 3% from the first program plus $8,000 from a second. On the $250,000 purchase price, that could mean $15,500 in assistance before you've touched a dollar of your own savings. And then there's the layer most people miss completely. Cities and counties across North Carolina run their own assistance programs with their own separate funding pools. Raleigh has one, Charlotte does too, so does Durham and Greensboro. Several other smaller cities and towns do as well. These local programs can be layered on top of the state programs. State plus local plus your own savings, your cash to close number looks very different from what you've been planning around. These programs have funding limits. When the money runs out for a cycle, it's gone until the next round. This isn't something to bookmark for later. If you're within 6 to 12 months of being ready to buy, now is the time to find out what's available. There are likely 2 or 3 programs that you might qualify for right now, and they can be stacked together to dramatically reduce the number standing between you and a home. Let me bring this together and give you the checklist I promised at the start. 3 things you know now that most buyers don't. 1, the down payment number in your head is probably for the no assistance path. That path is real, but it's not the only one. The right loan structure can cut your cash to close significantly. 2, the North Carolina Home Advantage Mortgage is a real state-run program that provides up to 3% of your loan amount as a forgivable second mortgage. Marcus closed on his home with $4,200 out of pocket. He thought he needed $24,000. 3, programs stack. State plus local plus additional first-time homebuyer assistance means the total available help is often much higher than any single program advertises. Here's your checklist. Program 1, North Carolina Home Advantage Mortgage. Program 2, North Carolina First Home Advantage Down Payment. Ask if you qualify for the additional $8,000. Program 3, ask specifically about your city or county's local assistance program. Name your city, ask if they have one. And here's the one question to ask any lender before you go further. Do you originate loans through North Carolina Housing Finance Agency? If the answer is no, you need a different lender. That one question filters out the ones who can help you and the ones who can't fast. At the start of this video, I told you there's money set aside right now waiting for North Carolina buyers. Now you know where it is, what it's called, and exactly what to ask. If you're watching this and doing the math on your own situation right now, that's the call I want to have with you. My name is Michael Martin. I'm a licensed loan officer based in Raleigh, North Carolina, who thought they weren't ready and then closed on their homes. I know these programs. I use them regularly, and I can tell you within one conversation whether you qualify and what your real number looks like. Click the link in the description to book a free call. No pressure, no pitch. We'll look at your situation, we'll run the numbers. And if you leave, and you leave knowing exactly where you stand and what your next step is. And if you're not ready for the call yet, subscribe. Stay here. I'll keep putting out videos until you are. I'll see you on the next one.